The knock, who is that? Pastor Biodun. I was first of all like, I couldn't say anything, like, what's this time?
So early?
But immediately I just opened the door. He just pushed me. He didn't say anything. He didn't utter any word. He just pushed me to one of the chairs in my living room, and I saw him like he was removing his belt. So I was like, what? He just said, keep quiet, do what I want you to do, and you'll be fine. So at this point, really, a whole lot was just going on in my head, because it was more like someone that I had put up here that I felt was really, really concerned about me. I had already filled him in the place of like a father that could speak to me, guide me. He was there about to do something I did not believe. And then when I was just about to react, he just covered my mouth. And when he covered my mouth, it was just like, Busola, listen to me and you'll be fine. Just do what I want you to do. I didn't struggle. I just left him, and he brought out his pennies, and I was wearing a nightgown. I was wearing pants, pulled down my pants, and that was how he found difficulty to enter, but he just kept, I was like grunting, I would cry, I was just doing a whole lot of mixed feelings and all that, and he eventually penetrated, even blood dropped on the floor. And at that point, he finished what he wanted to do. He had an orgasm, and
hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This afternoon I want to really quickly talk on this issue of Busola and the Kosa pastor that has been going viral on the internet. But most everybody is blaming the pastor. Yes, we all have to blame him because for taking advantage of a 17-year-old child. But has anybody ever sit down and think that Busola also contributed to what happened to her? Somebody will say, what do I mean? Look, I am a woman, I am a mother, I am a wife, I have sisters also, so I wouldn't want any of them to fall a victim of rape. Nobody should judge me or quote me wrongly. Please, just get at my point where the logical aspect that I am coming from. Now, according to what Busola said, I watched that her video from part 1, 2 to part 4, and I take note of every word that she said in that interview. And I begin to wonder, who does what Busola did? Who does that? Now, a man comes to your house, or let's say if somebody comes to your house very early in the morning, you were still on your night wear, and then somebody rang the bell. The first thing you should do is first keep that person waiting, put on something good to cover up your night wear before going down to open the door. Or probably you are in the haste to know who the person is. Then you went down, you check and ask the person, who are you? Know who the person is, if it's a male or a female. Then take cognizance of your present mood of dressing. Then tell the person to give you a minute and then go back and put yourself in order. But instead you opened the door, you saw he is a pastor. But first remember that he is first a man before he become a pastor. She understand me. And men being who they are and what they are wired differently. They are wired by what they see and not by what they hear, unlike we women. Now, you don't know how long this man has been nursing this idea of defiling you. You don't know how long he has been fantasizing about this thing. You don't know how long he has had this notion to have you, to have sex with you. Then, all of a sudden, he came to your house one morning, and lo and behold, see what you are wearing before him. What do you expect? Now, as if that one was not enough, he pushed you, he came to your father's house, pushed you on the seat, and told you, Busola, just listen, you will be fine. Do as I say and you will be fine. My grace will cover you. What kind of rubbish with that? At 17, you are just 1 year to adulthood. 1 year before adulthood, and yet you did not know all these things. Then if you did not know, then I have your parents, your mother especially, to hold responsible for, and not for what happened to you, because she didn't play her role as a mother towards you. That aside, now he pushed you on the seat and he started removing his belt. You had every opportunity. At that instant, you are supposed to push him off, because he was not expecting you to put any resistance. He was not expecting you to put any physical effort to fight him off. So you have every right to push him off. By the time he recovers from that shock, you are already in your room. Or try and destroy things, make some noise, scream, not groan. And you say you were kind of mourning and groaning. Look, when somebody is having sex, you can groan out of enjoyment, out of pleasure. But that thing that you say you were doing, you are as if you are enjoying what he was doing to you. You are supposed to be aggressive. You are supposed to protect yourself. This is a wolf that come in sheep clothing trying to devour you, and you are just giving him yourself on a platter of gold without any form of resistance. My dear, you got it all wrong there. And then he had his way with you, and then he gave you crest in your own father's house. How can a man come to your own father's house and become that so comfortable as not only to rape you, he still went and gave you crest to drink? I, as a lady, I used to hear about crest, but I never know what crest is used for. I thought it's just a soft drink like every other soft drink. She understands. I hope you guys are getting me. So Busola, you also played a very stupid role in that thing, that you played the role without knowing it. You gave him yourself on a platter of gold without any resistance. That is very, very bad. I don't buy that shit that your house, no matter how much noise you make, nobody will destroy things. Have evidence that this man devoured you, this man defied you. But you didn't have any of this evidence, as if that was not enough. The wife gave birth and you were asked to come and help out, which you did. My dear, you should have left that place early enough. You shouldn't have waited until it was late for you to go. To that extent that they started begging you to sleep at the guest house. Thank God you did not sleep at the guest house. If you have done, he would have had his way with you for the second time. And maybe the one he had at the bonnet would have been the third time. But thank heaven you were able to resist sleeping at his guest house. He tapped you on the butt. You said nothing. You stomached everything in your mind. You said you are close to your mother and yet could not open up to your mother. Busola, you also are to be blamed. You indirectly, unknowingly made that rape happen. Okay. It didn't work out as he planned it in his house, because you were not able to sleep over at his guest house. He decided to give you a ride back home. You should have insisted that you don't want to go with him. By that, when you insisted, people will start raising eyebrows to want to know why you are refusing to go home with a pastor. You were given every opportunity to expose that wolf in sheep clothing, but you were busy protecting somebody you should have exposed immediately long ago, even before now. You were busy protecting him. Then you allowed them to cajole you to following him, allowing him to drop you, and then the second rape happened. He raped you on his bonnet, back of his bonnet. I mean, I don't understand. Are you that dumb, Busola? Are you that naive that you cannot at least protect yourself, put up a fight against them? Yes, I know his strength is much more than your strength. Being 17 years old, you cannot compare his strength with yours. But at least the way you gave yourself to him was like as if you were expecting that this is what is going to happen. No, nobody that wants, no lady that will stay put, knowing that she wants to be raped, and the lady will still remain there. I mean, I don't get it. Put me through, Busola. I don't get it. You not putting up any form of resistance is something that I don't get. I can't imagine it. So, my dear, you also have your own blames, because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. You didn't expose him when you're supposed to expose him. You didn't speak out when you're supposed to speak out. You didn't shout. You didn't put up any form of resistance. You just gave yourself to him on a platter of gold, and he had you not once but twice. My dear, you also are to be blamed. And as for your parents, Two, I'm very disappointed in them because they didn't play their role as a parent. They were not there to give you kids the protection that you children needed. Your mother was not there to groom you, to tell you that the society we are in today are full of wolves in sheep clothing. They are full of men that want to devour young ladies. Try to teach you, educate you on what to expect in this evil world of ours. But she failed in her duty as a mother, and I say shame on her. Having said that, and to you, Mr. Pastor, so you even know that after raping a lady, for that lady not to rope you with pregnancy or anything, you want to keep your coast clear. You went and bought her crest. You are a shameless she-goat. How can you go to a man's house, another man's house, to rape his daughter under his roof and still have the guts to go out and bring crest? So you even planned it. You came with crest all along to give to her to drink. And you, Busola, you stupidly and foolishly collected the crest and you drank. Why are you crying now? Why are you crying? Why are you lamenting? Why are you lamenting? Yes, we know that the society frown at women coming out to speak when they are raped, coming out, nobody wants to talk about rape because of the stigma that comes with rape, because of all the bad things that is associated with it. Women suppress so many things. Yes, I know about all that, but you should have done something. You shouldn't have allowed him to get you just so easily like that. Not once, but 2 times. My dear, you get it all wrong. Please, like I said before I started this video, nobody should quote me wrong. I'm trying to, analyze this thing based on what I heard her interview, what I heard from her interview. And I tell you, she also made a very silly mistake because she did not act when she was supposed to act. And that is very, very bad. So I hope the pastor now will get his own, will be cool enough in prison. Him resigning as the pastor of Kosa is not even the ultimate. He should go to jail for that. For taking advantage of a 17-year-old vulnerable and gullible child. I hope with this little words I have said, I hope I have been able to make my own point. I am not supporting Kosa pastor for what he did to Busola at 17 years old. No, but I'm just trying to tell Busola that she made a lot of mistakes by not putting up a fight, by not protecting herself, by not defending herself, than just being, looking so miserable, so confused, as if, no, it is not done. And I hope other ladies out there will learn from this your mistake and try to put up a fight. If there are more than 2 men, I know you don't stand a chance. But being just 1 man coming to your own house, you have different opportunity to have reacted against it, to have fought against it, even before he know what hit him. But you never did that. So I don't want to go too much about this video. I hope that all parents should start buckling up and start teaching their children. Don't leave your child at the mercy of any pastor. There are no good pastors anymore. And if there are any good pastors, they are just very, very few. And I have this tip to give to ladies. Listen, there are 4 things women can do to lower their risk of sexual assault. That is, identify risk situations and avoid them. You identify the risk situations and you avoid them. Trust your gut, your feeling, and your instincts. Understand that the perpetrator could be somebody that you know. Use verbal and physical resistance. That's what I said. Verbal and physical resistance. Busola, you did not use any of those, and that is where you got it all wrong. This is all I have to say on this issue. If you have any comment, please no insultive words on my channel. If you have any comments you want to make concerning this very video, I want you to write it on my comment box below, and we will treat it and I will answer to it. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe. Turn on the notification icon bell, and until I come your way next time, remain blessed. Bye.